cake. How's it, everybody? Welcome back into the Paper Plane Inn. I'm Mikoto New, and thank you guys for waiting for me to come back live. It is so good to actually see you guys here today. Did you guys eat well, rested well, have a good day at work? If not, I hope that today's stream will make your day a bit more brighter and better. But how is everyone doing today? Melanie, Emerald Marine, Resser Pellinite, welcome back. Welcome back. It's good to see you guys again. It is actually, I am doing alright so far, if you will. I actually had a bit of a okay day, but it's a little bit chillier than that should be. But I think I would rather welcome this chill because I've learned from the weather that it's gonna be, stupid hot for the next week, if you will, and I'm not looking forward to that. Hey, Knuckle. But other than that, yes, the sink is doing okay. It's working fine. And so far, there has been no sign of water backing up. And which is good, you know, considering the fact that it gave me and Steve a bit of a headache since then, when it happened. But other than that, I'm actually doing okay. I'm much better than how I was when what happened in last stream, last week. And I am actually happy to see you guys here again. Retro Fox, welcome back. It's good to see you again. Yeah, it was cold yesterday. You and me both. Like, dude, I have never heard of winds blowing so strongly during that time. And it was so bad that I had to, like, that it also knocked the power, knocked the power just for a brief bit. I mean, it got okay now, but that was a surefire sign that says, okay, nope, I ain't doing this. As much as I want to do my own browsing of a thing, it's maybe too early, but nope, I don't want my my poor PC to be subjected to that. So I had no choice but to make sure the PC is fully off and stop using the computer for that night. I'm grateful to have an iPad though, which allows me to do my own work outside of the computer. I mean, it has been my go-to, travel tablet, if you will, when it comes to art. Yeah, it's also snowing up in the North States, so yeah. Again? Oh, man, I think this might be the last time it'll snow before it's, all gone, until fall or some late fall or something. And Portal Master, hi, welcome back, it's good seeing you again. A second, I just... Before, I was supposed to do this, during the opening parts where I'm supposed to have my anti-allergens, but I took them now before my nose decides to act up real fucking fierce. And so you guys don't get to hear me having sneezing fits. And I think I should actually tell Nightbot Fairy to actually fix Twitter to Blue Sky, because I don't usually use Twitter much anymore. I only visit it, but that's only to actually save a couple of posts that actually caught my eye. But other than that, I don't use it often. Anyways, now let's actually go straight to the tin of what today's stream is going to be about. We are going to be actually doing something we haven't done in 6 million years. And that's something that kind of helped kickstarted my streaming ever since I came to Twitch. And that's me designing the Pals to Plushies, if you will. For those who actually need a bit of a refresher, Pals to Plushies is my way of actually drawing my friends, now VTubers, into small, compact plushie looks. Which also serves as their Discord PNG tuber look, if you will, for them in the chat. And now, a lot of my good friends have actually gotten new models and new looks. So, with that, it has been something I've been wanting to do for a really, really, really long time. Oh, goodness. Golem, go back to the beginning. Play music by 15% more volume. There you go. Without further ado, why are you not wearing green? House Gremlin stole my green outfit. And she decided to barter it for more candy. which I'm actually really peeved, but I was ready to get something green for me, but there's this house gremlin beat me to the punch and stole my shit. But yeah, without further ado, let's actually go straight to the podium, okay, chat? It's time for us to do Palace the Plushies. Oh, Vince Valentine, thank you so very much for subbing me for 5 months. Thank you. Oh goodness, gravity. Hi dear.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing alright. I'm just a little bit peeved that House Gremlin stole something green from... Wait a minute! I do have something similar to green. Hold on, give me a second. I just realized something. Hold on. Okay, just give me a second. I did remember I had something green. Okay, hold on. Okay.
Please stand by and ignore me ignoring the laws of physics.
Okay, I know it's here. Okay, nope. You know what? This is the closest thing to green that I could possibly have. It may be out of season, but, you know. There you go. Okay. What? Okay, there you go. Here I am. Technically, it's teal, but the point still kind of stands. It's still a shade of green, so... Ah! I gotcha! It may be out of season, but it'll still still does the job. It counts! But yes, happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody, because, yep, it's the day where the Irish and Irish descendants will actually go and celebrate this day. I loved it. Oh, thank you. I'm actually, and besides, it's teal. It's a shade of green. Sure, it's close to the blue spectrum, but the point still kind of stands. But yes, I think it's about time we finally get to work when it comes to doing Palace of Plushies. Something we haven't done in 6,000 years because, well, goodness gravity, a lot of things happened since the last time I drew Palace of Plushies. Because, let's actually have a refresher, okay? These are what I mean for Palace of Plushies. I turned my friends and then eventually some VTubers, if you will, to actually turn them into compact plushie versions, plushies of their former selves. And so, yes, this is where we're going to be doing that again because a good couple of friends of mine have basically gotten new looks. So we're actually going to update their plushies, if you will. So, without further ado, we're going to get to work with that. And I think I may have to look over which plushies would actually be needing of a new look, if you will. Okay, no, okay, or friends. There we go. And I think I know just the one to start off. We are going to start off with Rinia's plushie because she has a new look ever since the last time I have seen her. So, okay, and we're going to go ahead and start bringing out her reference, if you will. I did my first full drawing in Clip Studio Paint. I'm still working on the different brushes. Yeah, it will take some time until you finally find the right brushes for the job to actually get yourself handy to it. And trust me, I understand where you're coming from on that. I was like that too when I was starting off when it comes to Clip Studio Paint. It's confusing, genuinely, but eventually over time, you know, it does actually get better. It's just a matter of looking to find the one that sticks. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go and start doing Runia's. And I'm also gonna bring out, no. I also need to find, the one I did for her and her commissions, because I did, once upon a time, made her PNG tuber avatar, so there you go, there we go. we ain't gonna be missing this one out. So yeah. We're going to actually steal these because these things are the ones that will stay the same. Okay. And we're gonna put you here. And we're going to back to this. We're stealing this again. Jesus Christ, it looks different without the hold on. We're stealing this. Putting that there. And at the moment it's like, that's a nice brush. Which brush is that? But you're right. Okay. Now, let's actually give her new eyes because she is, the eyes that I designed for her is nice and all, but it doesn't look right, so we're gonna fix that. Okay. We're going to see if we can actually get this thing right. Yeah, that looks just right. Okay. And if I had to do some refining offline, then I can actually do that too. Now, let's see. She has a small tuft. She has curt bangs. So we're gonna actually have to work on making new bangs. We're gonna work on the bangs first. That's the what we're going to be working on first. Yep. Okay. Okay. There we go. I may have to start up. I think when it comes to Plushies, I think it would be a better system that I do this once a month, if you will. Because I got a lot of stuff that I want to do when it comes to my Patreon content, and I also want to get back into doing Plushies. But there's been so many VTubers and my friends over the for a long while that I seriously need to pace myself when it comes to getting some stuff done. So. It would make things a little bit better that I actually had to do this once a month. Do this project once a month, so that way I can actually figure out which one is going to be turned to a plushie and which one will have to wait until a significant point. Does that sound like a slice of fried gold? Okay.
Indeed, it does.
Lo and behold, I might actually have sold that mystery. Well, I'm not aiming to be a copycat. Well, I mean, if it helps on trying to get you to where you are now, I mean, I kind of took I actually used the G pen that's from the standard set. I made a duplicate of that, and I actually make the changes and tweaks to that duplicate to suit to my standards, if you will, because I kind of want to try having a clear my one goal when it comes to art, when it comes to my line art, is to make sure that they're as smooth as possible. And by tweaking that duplicate pen to my standards, I was able to achieve that. Okay. I like how crisp the lines came out. Oh, thank you. Besides, every artist is going to be different. No artist is going to be the same. They will always want their line art to be either crisp or they want texture. I fall under the category camp of, well, having it nice and crisp. Okay, now Runia has huge boobs. I mean, a real set of honkers. Okay, fuck. How did that line go again? Okay, so Runia is designed to have huge boobs, a real set of honkers, a real set of badonkers, packing some honka bungalos, big old hungered cougars. Ah, fuck, I may be getting that thing wrong.
This is getting into a bit of a tongue twister now, isn't it?
Right? How the fuck do they actually do that?
Probably with many reattempts, if I must be honest. But yeah, I just always find it funny how much of a tongue twister that meme was.
It has to be it has to be a challenge to see if you can actually get that thing just right without tripping your tongue over it, if you will.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Okay. Now, let's see. We're going to have to make them slightly bigger compared to how they were before. Focus on the plushie, no matter and not how much stuffing you plan to put in the chest area. I mean, I don't know, Boy Splatty. I have done plenty of plushies before where they actually are in the bigger category. Case and point, Azuras, and if you will. And there's also, outside from that, there's also Danica's previous plushie, which is very wide over there. It is much more wide heavy. And then there's also who else is also in the bigger category? I think Victoria's also counts too. Y'all actually got my point by now, correct?
The point is, this is not the innkeeper's first rodeo with such things.
Yep.
And she's usually the one riding cowboy.
Yep. And besides, I am trying my best to make sure this one looks just about right for Runia's sake. And besides, the way how I actually told Runia that I am gonna give you the biggest chest, and you will not, and you cannot say no to that equation. And yeah, I mean she does accept it, so yeah. The fuck buckets is that? What is that? When did that happen? Get out of there. Leave that layer empty. Okay. Now, so let's see. I'm gonna have to make sure it's just enough boba. Because God, can you imagine just how big that has to be for it to design in a plushie?
I imagine it's a fine balance, to be honest.
Right?
I don't mean the mass of the plushie. I mean trying to make sure it looks right.
Mm-hmm. To make sure it's just about as passing and not as distracting. Okay.
All I'm thinking is that I think the plushies are relieved that they don't have to worry about back problems.
No, not at all. I think if anything, if you are a warforge or just some sort of inanimate object that just came to life, you will not. They are fortunate enough to not feel that at all. Because goodness gravity, us women have to endure such things if you will. Yeah.
I guess it depends if they're made in China.
You know what? That's fair. What do people do when they celebrate St. Patrick's Day? We don't celebrate it from where I came from. Well, people celebrate St. Patrick's Day differently. if you will. Some actually like to use this day to actually enjoy, have a party, if you will. I also forgot what people do to celebrate St. Patrick's Day because it has been a hot while. But this is a day for the Irish, if you will, or Irish descended people. To an extent, I can sort of do that too because I am Irish descent from my dad's side, despite that I'm Filipino American. But the point still kind of stands, though, I think. Let's see. That, I think I may have to do some research on what people do in St. Patty's Day for celebrating. Okay, let's see. Mickey, I hope you don't mind mentioning that. No, not at all. I mean, in this house, we kind of do our best to share where we could, you know?
Yeah, St. Patrick's Day. I mean, in South Africa, we recognized it was happening, but to be honest, if it weren't for the ads on TV and the radio, you probably wouldn't know. We don't exactly have a big Irish population in South Africa.
No?
No, most of the
Thanks for the squishies?
most of the ancestry in South Africa are either people from the region or from Holland, a little bit of French and English. That's about it.
Oh.
There are, like, obviously a bunch of more minor diasporas. In fact, actually, that's not entirely true. There are actually a number of smaller diasporas just going even further back from what used to be the Dutch East Indies and India.
Huh.
Yeah. The main reason for that is because Cape Town was literally built by the Dutch East India Company as a trade station around the southern tip of Africa, because it turns out if you don't have a fresh supply of edibles, then you end up getting scurvy.
Oh, and scurvy's the worst to deal with back then, isn't it?
Yes, especially if you're a multinational company whose main function is to trade goods around the world in an era prior to the construction of the Suez Canal, meaning you have to go around Africa to get to Asia.
Yeah, and back then, that would take, and this is before we had the modern technology where, because how ships would actually go a little bit more faster compared to how ships were designed back in the 1700s, if you will.
1600s, but yes.
1700s, the point stands.
This is very much, we're talking about the age of sail here. So you would have to take sailing ships around the Horn of Africa, well, not around the whole Horn of Africa, around the whole of Africa, having to trade along the way various stops. And there was no infrastructure around the southern tip of Africa. So the Dutch decided that despite the presence of indigenous people there, they would set up a trade station over there so that they had a supply station to get around the most southern point of Africa before heading up to areas where they did have other trade stations with settled empires and whatnot.
Yeah?
Yes, but there are some catches that come with that. Number one, it meant importing the Dutch and all their cultures into the region to maintain it, and then they also started bringing slaves with them.
Right, that was a thing, huh?
Yeah, slavery is no fun.
No.
But it is because of that people and cultural influences from India and the Dutch East Indies started coming in. I believe the term we use in South Africa for that cultural group is Malay, because it's from that sort of region.
Yeah?
Yeah, and even though it has been changed culturally over several hundred years of integration and changes culturally within South Africa, the Malay culture still uh, persists in a modern form, specifically around Cape Town and the area around Cape Town in the Western Cape. Meanwhile, the Indian population is mostly from the years of British rule, and they mostly reside within the eastern coast of the country around the city of Durban.
Oh.
You said that like it's a bad thing.
I mean, this is coming from somebody who is still learning and grasping this and also drawing. So the context is flying a little bit over my head.
Yeah, Durban. Hang on. Let me check something here.
Sure.
Make sure my geography is actually correct. Yeah, it is Durban. Durban is like the main trade capital on South Africa's east coast, and basically around there is where the majority of what would be considered the Indian population of South Africa come from, culturally speaking. Before anyone gets on my case about the terms that I'm using, bear in mind that I'm using them in the context of South African zeitgeist, which may or may not come off under the wrong assumption if you are using American understanding of certain terms.
So, this is he didn't mean to offend, he is just, sharing things what he knows of.
Yeah, again, unfortunately, a lot of the South Africa's zeitgeist in terms of cultural/racial identification has unfortunately been effectively set in place because of apartheid law back in the day. And even though apartheid itself is no longer a thing, the effects of the cultural zeitgeist still very much exist in our language and whatnot.
Huh. Let's fix that. I may have to remake some parts of Runia's head. There we go. There we go ahead, and we're gonna fix that. I think that looks pretty okay. We still have yet to actually design her other parts like her cape and the other hair licks and whatnot. We're just doing.
It is looking good so far.
It is really looking good so far.
On an unrelated topic, I heard you mentioning how cold it was down in Texas. Are you guys getting the chill effect as well?
Yeah, because I think whatever Arctic blast that is the north is feeling it is also licks of it has just made it its way down south here. But I had a
trust me,
feeling,
we're feeling it.
But I had a feeling this is only going to last just until today, because come by next week, come by tomorrow till next week, it's gonna be a scorcher, so.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Texas, but yeah, it was -7 here today, so I felt it as well. I first realized that I was actually feeling cold in my apartment, then checked the temperature.
Okay, and somebody needs to fire that groundhog. Okay, merging that there. Now let's go start designing her cape, because she does have one. And okay, I just realized that she has I also realized that she has her little bag, so that's something we'll do when we switch off the the ruler, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Have you been saving and checking your layers?
Not yet. I'm about to, though. You live in Texas? Yes. Yes, Steve and I have been living in Texas. In fact, I have been living here for the better part of almost 4 years now.
Yeah. In my case, I am north of the border, so used to be on the opposite side of the Atlantic, but there you go. In fact, both the Atlantic and the equator.
So in a sense, we even though we're still an hour apart, I'm actually still grateful that we are far more closer than we were before.
As am I. Because joining D&D sessions at midnight took a lot out of me.
No, especially since you're now no longer in your 20s, which
Yeah, no more midnight to sunrise sessions for me.
Let's also change her cape. You guys are probably wondering why is Runia's appearance as her plushie form is so much different compared to how she currently depicts herself now. Well, long ago, that's how I actually met Runia, if you will. Like, when she and I were part of a magical tournament here in Calamore, she was actually wearing that particular outfit. I also wore a different outfit too, long ago, if you will. And it's the strongest memory that I got of Runia back in that period of time. And yes, she is different now from how she looked then. But yeah, it's sometimes the little things like that that made me just, held on to the strongest. So we're gonna go ahead and start working onto the little things. Now we're going to start working on her hair. The asymmetrical parts, it's time for them to shine. I had a feeling she's going to absolutely love this. Especially since they'll just be like, about fucking time or something. I mean, I don't know how many plushies I might be able to do, but the least we could possibly do is work about 2, maybe 3 plushies, if you will. Because after all, we are starting this in a very small time, if you will. We're instead of working on this since 2 o'clock. But hey, at least we're slowly going back to how things were when I was streaming. When it comes to streaming, I took Tuesdays off for my own personal reasons offline. But don't get me wrong, I do actually miss streaming on Tuesdays. So I'm kind of coming back bit by little bit. It's why we're actually doing streams like House of Plushies, because it's the one thing that's easy for me to work with. Okay, I think that looks pretty good for Runia. So we're gonna start combining some of these. Okay. Other than who's the president, I hope to go to America one day, but my dream now is to go to Disneyland Paris. I hope that he won't be long anymore. Your guess is you and me both, Melanie. In fact, you, me, and the rest of the other people in the U.S. who actually have a brain knows exactly what you're feeling with. And
Shall we move on, please?
I will only say this. As somebody who lives in the U.S. I am genuinely sorry to how the country is making a complete ass of itself. We didn't shoot. We didn't ask for this. We never asked for this. We are upset about this as much as you are. Alright, that's all I can actually say about that. Okay, so now it's time for us to get to work on colors. And we can actually make use of... We could make use of some new colors with this. Or we could actually just make a whole ass new color palette. Ah, who am I kidding? Okay, no, actually, wait. So, we're gonna actually borrow this. And because of my stupid butt, I only processing this, if the innkeeper likes this, I can bribe House Gremlin with a case of pudding to get back whatever it was that stole it. I know it was a repost, but I try using use the hate listen redeem as a last resort. Oh! Well, I do appreciate that you're, you know, making use of it less compared to, how it was before. Oh, goodness, gravity. Okay. Go. Okay. We're gonna actually fix some of this pieces up. So we're gonna...
Hello, cat.
Okay. No, wait, hold the phone? That's not how I was trying to do. Okay, oops. I meant the skin tone color, not this. There we go. Very what the hell. Okay, okay. Go. Okay. Okay, you know what? Maybe it's better if I actually, I'll try to fix this thing up in my way, so. Oh, no. Okay, we're gonna fix this thing up. And there. And we're also going to clean this here. I almost forgot to change the pencil to that. And we're fixing the this up. There we go. And already I'm starting to see a bit of an error here. I think I may have to put you there for now so I can actually work on this. No. Yes. Sorry for bringing up you know who. That's okay. Actually, I've always tried making the Hey Listen Redeem as a last resort with mixed results, but you're right, I did use it more often in the past, right? Well, yeah, to a degree. I mean, I get it, you're trying to get my attention as much as possible because your messages has been, flown over, if you will. That's kind of, a hit and miss when it comes to streamers. They're not perfect people, and yes, they do want to actually, have someone to actually remind them what just happened, but, it's also a bit of a catch-22, because, how do I describe this? It's also a catch-22 because, it's a matter of balance. Too little of it, and the streamer will not know what you're talking about, or they forgot. Too much of it, and you might be and you might depict yourself, and and they might actually find it more of a nuisance. It's a matter of a bit of a balance, if you will. I know exactly what you're talking, but I know exactly what you're feeling, and it's valid. Okay. I know streamers aren't perfect. It's why I try to give them slack as much as I can. True. And that's also in regards of smaller streamers. Now, bigger streamers, that's when it's really hard to catch for their attention because yeah, most of the time they will not actually catch that message in time. It's
When you have hundreds to potentially thousands of people watching and potential hundreds of thousands of commenters, it is physically impossible for a single human being to process all that information. So that's kind of why larger streamers are a lot less personal with their stream crowds, not because they don't want to have a community, but because they're literally dealing with more information than their brain could physically process all in one go. So that's why they have to manage it with things like message highlighting and or donation and with AI readouts and whatnot. You'll note I didn't say Gen AI specifically. It could be one of those older style AI readouts.
Yep. Flawlessness is not strength. Yeah, I really got into a channel strike from a larger streamer because I had to constantly fight to make them see a message in situations where a message useful information was on something I really wanted them to see. Oof. I'm sorry. I really am to hear that. Oh, and looks like we're going to be having our ad break in a moment, so, I'm giving you guys a bit of a heads up. We're going to be on ad break in about a couple of moments here, so keep an eye out on that. Oops. So, we're going to have to change the color to that, to this, and, oh no, okay, it was embarrassing. Yeah, I can actually understand that. But and it's also a bit of a dopamine rush when your message does actually get through to them.
It is something you just need to be considerate of on both ends, because yeah, on the one hand people want to talk to their streamer, that's fair enough. On the other hand, what they want to talk about and how many people are trying to talk to you at once, that can be a lot for one person at one time, especially depending on what they want to do.
And we're on ad break, so there we go. We're gonna put that banner up there. Oh boy! Woo! On topic of that, I'm very sorry of the time I came too strong. I haven't seen a streamer too much, but it's no excuse. I learned from what I did wrong and move on from it, and I hope you're comfortable with me on chat. Hey, I am actually grateful that you're one of my regulars, and you're slowly learning as you go, so I appreciate it. I really do. If the message actually did come through when it comes to, this ad break, if you will. Well, in times I meant, but I'm really sorry. And it's okay. It's okay. Okay, so what am I missing? Well, I'm actually can't do much right now because I'm currently in ad break. And besides, I'd rather not make my regulars who aren't who aren't subbed to me right now, which they can actually go through the ads with the said subs.
Yeah, that's fair. Besides, it could always be worse. I've seen some very enthusiastic streamer crash outs in response to viewers saying, how do we put this, unsolicited advice and or other things. Let's just say one guy in particular that I like to watch can get very animated.
Wait, yeah, that does happen?
It does. It depends on the personality type of the streamer, but yeah, it's always very entertaining for whether it's for a crash out or just for content in general. I just enjoy rimming down on the streams a lot.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, it looks like we're gonna be done with ad break. Welcome back, everybody, from that said ad break. It's now and now it's finally time for us to resume with this. I don't know if I'll actually do other plushies after Runia's. We've been in this one for what, an hour now? I don't recall making plushies to last this long.
To be fair, you are focusing on getting this one right.
True.
I know this is one you care about, so in particular.
Well, yeah, she's my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
I try my best to make sure that she is, well designed for my best friend. And that also includes the fact that I want to make sure that her design is as simple as possible, considering how I actually make sure it looks just right, you know? Besides, I don't know if I'll actually design her little bag. Should I actually design her little bag? I think I'll refine it when it's finally time.
Yeah, consider maybe adding it as its own layer and then see how it looks from there.
Considering the fact that I got other plushies that I need to actually design. And besides, I haven't done this in a hot minute and a half. So I'm bound to make some level of mistakes, or how long it's taking me to get this far along. And besides, when it comes to pals to plushies, the idea is that you gotta make sure it's about as simple as you possibly can. Actually, I might have to use her reference sheet for, yep. But speaking of reference sheet, somewhere down the line, could just be the nature of the design. That is true. And welcome back, Echo Spike. It's nice seeing you here again. Let's see. We're gonna do this for now, and it's not Runia without her signature freckles. So we're going to find my brush for the job, which I was able to find this in the Clip Studio Paint asset library. That is something people who have Clip Studio Paint should also keep an eye out for. That you can actually find really good stuff in the Clip Studio Paint asset library, if you will, because you would actually. Inside there is a treasure trove of tools, brushes, assets that could actually help you out with your art. The catch-22 is try to find one that actually matches your art style the best. Because it can be very easy, really easy, to look for a brush or to look for an asset or tool that looks really good on first glance, only to realize that no, it ain't, Chief. It did not look good in this. It did not look good in this one. Okay. Now.
And that's my work done for the day.
Yay! Oops, not mechanical pencil. Oh goodness, gravity. No, that's that does not match as what I'm looking for. Okay. There we go. Okay, I think this looks pretty good for Runia. I could just refine this thing with shading and whatnot, offline, if you will. Yep, this is something I'll do. I'll do the rest offline. So, getting rid of this, getting rid of that. Compiling all of this into one folder. Put that yellow, and I'll just call you Runia V2. There you go. And she's about done, at least for today. Refining will be taking place offline. So, with that one said and done, let's go to plushie number 2. Okay. There we go. So, who shall we actually go for next? Oh, I think I know just the one. Since they were here just mere moments ago. There we are. And I think I'll use the super suit outfit for this one. Have you guys ever heard of the words ambivert and omnivert? I actually have heard of ambivert, but not omnivert, if you will. So what's that one about? Okay. I hope you'd use the super suit. It's the main design. I am. Okay. So let's go ahead and start working on that. So let's switch to pen. Okay, let's actually work onto the mask first, because this will give me a line of where of how much it is where the border is from the eye to the rest of the face. Because yes, I have this guide right here. This is something I've learned very quickly when this is something I've learned over time when I was designing Pals the Plushies in my early days, that I can't tell which one is from left to right. So I actually when I finally made this new template, I actually went as far to make a left and right guide to tell me which one is which. Okay, no. Close enough. Okay. Okay, so we're going to tweak this just a teensy bit. Just a smidge bit. Okay, there we go. There we go. Using a cinematic dust brush to put sequence on something. Omnivert means you switch between extroverted and introverted, like Jekyll and Hyde transformation or shapeshifter. So that's how it is. But Jekyll and Hyde is a lot more complicated than that. You see, I know that when it comes to this pop culture media, that everyone knows the big twist about Jekyll and Hyde, but the reality, it's a lot more complicated than that. And that's for those people who have not read the book, if you will, because in the actual source material of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the situation behind it is a lot more complicated. Do you still play Fortnite? I never played Fortnite Portal Master at all. The ones who did are my friends, but I never touched Fortnite ever.
Yeah, Battle Royale in general has never been my genre. The closest I ever got to quote-unquote Battle Royale was the arguably originator of the Battle Royale genre, which is not even a Battle Royale game itself.
So...
that being the original DayZ mod.
Yeah, and besides, Fortnite is not really my cup of tea. I understand, it was just an example. I meant to point out that you got one day extroverted and another day introverted. Ah! Okay, that could, so that's how it is. Okay, that does, answer my questions a little bit about it, because this is my first time actually hearing this. The last one was an addendum of its previous post. I was talking about this. Don't be afraid to use a brush outside of its intended purpose. But I'm sure everyone on their cat knows that. I mean, and actually, at the end of the day, it all depends on the artist and how they feel about the particular brushes, if you will. And that also extends to the fact on how they would actually use that said brushes for their work. For case and point, I am someone who is known to actually have clean artwork, if you will, when it comes to my art. But every now and then, when it comes to certain mediums, especially vent art, I will admit I did make vent art, but that's usually a private matter, if you will. And most of the time, with that said vent art, I usually design them with different paints, different brushes, if you will, because sometimes the emotions that came from that, they came from a really I want to reflect on the feeling that I'm experiencing at that moment. Does that actually help give a little bit more sense?
I mean, it does. Again, it's fairly common for artists to express themselves, no matter their emotions, through their art.
Mm-hmm.
Cat.
Aurora, what is she doing?
She is chirping for my attention.
The baby being wants attention.
Yes, she does. She's been very, very needy for attention the past few days. It's unusual.
But hey, you actually like the attention that she's given, is she?
I do like the attention, I just don't like when she asks for it by putting her claws onto the wall.
Somewhere down the line, she definitely needs to learn that clawing on the walls is not okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to do that in a reasonable manner. That reminds me, I should probably buy some more wall protection for cat scratches off of Amazon, because I could use some more, and that's a non-harmful way to prevent that behavior.
Sounds like a good idea. Okay, Echo, if you're still there into the chat, let me ask a good question. Do you want me to give, your plushie the same hip girth that I did to your previous plushie? Because, I'm all in for suggestions directly from the... Okay, yep, okay, that's an approval, right, let me see if I actually have them. Okay. Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Where'd you come from, Cutting Eye Joe? Okay, nope. No, okay, okay, I need to unearth this. Okay. Plush collection. Oh boy. Okay, hang tight. Okay, assets. Plush collection. There you go. This one is from the first batch. This is from the first file, so hold on. Where'd you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cutting Eye Joe? Where'd you go? Time to go get this. Here I go. Okay. No. Nuh-uh. No. Nah. Nope. Nah. No. Uh-uh. No. Oh, fuck that one. Okay, no. No. Where? I know you're here somewhere. You can't... Where is she? Where is she? Where are they? Where are they? Sisira ang bulaklak, bubukan ng bulaklagan. Ay, naku naman. Asa na si Danica? Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. Something's off. I may have to dig. Okay. Oh, sugar crackers. Oh, sugar honey iced tea. Maybe not the exact same hip girth, but Echo does have some hips too. Good to know. Good to know. Oh, there she is. Okay. Okay, I may have to switch this thing back on. Okay. Right. Okay, let me paste this right here. I'm going to have to copy you because this will make my job significantly easier. But I will have to squeeze you down just a smidge so that way I can actually know what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, so thank God we have this can easy. Just enough to make my day. Okay. How's this for hip girth? Is this enough or is this or do you want to make it a little bit more narrower? Let's see. Probably not the exact, because Echo's hips aren't exaggerated too big. Okay, good enough. Okay, so a little more. Just a little more. Okay. Okay, is this enough or is it still too big? Or I could just, hold on. Let me actually make this a little bit smaller. Make this a little bit narrower. Okay. How's this now? How's this for the hip game? Is this enough or nah? I'm gonna zoom out so you can actually see this. I think that works just fine. Okay, good. Good to know, so we can actually continue. Thank you. I'm actually grateful that you're here in the audience, so I can actually work straight from the tap. I can work straight from the horse's mouth, or in this context, the superhero's mouth. Okay.
That could be taken out of context in some of these ways.
Maybe, but it does get the job done, you know? I like hearing them straight from the audience, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Because, look, an artist would love you so much that the client would is there in the audience and try to help out the artist where they can. Because look, there is so much that an artist can actually do. And yes, it's very easy to be lost in the sauce of the fangirling, if you will, or fanboying. Starstruck. Yeah, that's the right word, starstruck. It's still important to actually help out the artist where they can, if you will. Okay. That's all I can basically say about that. Okay. So we're cleaning this up. And we're going to clean up these line arts. Okay. And we're going to make the boots. We're going to make sure the pants, let's give the line art where the pants should be. So that way I can actually tell where's the crop top start and where does the pants begin. There's a space. Fair enough. I'm glad that you actually correct them where you can. It's easy to make mistakes. And as people, we try our best to learn from our mistakes. That's the value of mistakes, you know? Okay. So let's go ahead and make the crop top. Okay. I'll try to detail the design the best I can. Okay. Mind you that since this is a plushie, plushies don't have all the exaggerated details, considering the fact that it's a small, cute, lovable, fluffy, soft thing. You know, I won't actually be surprised if somebody actually took the model that I designed for Pals of Plushies and actually turned it into actual plushies. Can you imagine that?
I would. Sorry, I would enjoy that.
I think if anything, squishies might be the best way to easily turn into actual plushies themselves, because the way that they're designed. Because yes, that they're actually for people who pledge to me my Patreon from tier 2 plus, if you will. But they are meant to be small, throwable rewards for those who pledge to me and pledge to me there. So, yep. Okay, I think I may have to change the gloves a little bit. Make them higher. Make them smidge higher. There. That way they don't actually confuse from where the line art ends. Begins and... Hi, honey!
Hi. Just taking
Hi!
a quick break. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm currently doing Pals of Plushies again.
Oh, it's been a while.
It has been a while because a lot of my friends have basically new looks over the
Old ones?
over the old ones that I first designed them. So I decided to do something about it by today. And, honey, hi, can I help you? Oh. Good bird.
Days. As for explanation as to why I am not here, the Helldivers update just came out and I'm testing all the shit.
So, yeah. What was all that about? Let's just say Steve is being extra affectionate.
Yee. Alright, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and get back to it, okay?
Alright.
Mwah.
Love ya.
Love you too. Hi, Grace.
Hey Steve, is Mikado wearing anything green outside of the stream? I'm wearing a green ribbon if that's what you're asking.
She is indeed wearing a green ribbon. I cannot pinch her.
Yes.
Thank you, biter.
That wasn't the nape. That was right here. This is the nape.
But it's close to it, so that's a little bit sensitive.
Oh, is it now?
Oh, fuck. No, not that!
I love you.
I love you, but the heck. Okay.
Because I want to show my affection to my spouse.
All right. Love you too. The barkeep has been slain. Not anymore. I still got extra lives. Okay, so let's actually go back to work and get to work on this. We need someone like Steve in our lives. I think if anything, you guys would definitely need to find someone who you can be, relax with around, if you will. to tell that you are in a good relationship with someone is that you can actually be relaxed. You can actually be best friends with each other and not be under each other's skin. And you actually are each other's rocks, if you will, when they are actually having a bad day. I try my best to be that for my partners over the years, especially to my current ones like Steve and Dave. It's why we're actually together since, you know? Okay, let's see. Now, let's see. How am I going to make you work? Well, let's see. I can, wait, that's darker pencil. That's a different brush altogether. I think I may have to, ask for Echo for their logo design, so I can actually get it done properly right. Or there is a way I can actually make the design right. I just but it requires cheesing it. Okay. Who can also be a goofball? Yes. I am someone who has come from. I said this to Steve earlier in our for this conversation, and I'm also going to share it to you here, so you can hear this too, Dave.
Hmm.
I'm someone who came from a broken home because I actually have family member. Because I was there seeing my parents who are absolutely at their worst. And when they're at, and who they are at their worst is someone that that solidifies my goals and wants, that I do not want to have that. May that kind of love never find me as I get older. It also made me a little bit more picky to how I actually want as a want for a partner as I got older. And I almost fell for that kind of love in quotation marks when I was with my ex at the time. Thankfully, we broke up now, but it was not a very pretty job. It's why I'm actually grateful to actually have Steve and eventually Dave, and how we actually just work together homogeneously when it comes to how we are right now. It's compromise. That's the beauty when it comes to relationships at their best. It's compromise. It's being with your best friend. It's enjoying each other's company. And it's also enjoying the quiet, if you will. It's that kind of relationship that I actually do appreciate to this day. And that also includes you, dear. Alright, now it's time for me to do the asymmetry, because Echo Spike has hair that extends that goes to a parted left side cut. So, oh no, that's the wrong pen again. Yay. Okay. Now let's go ahead and now, mind you, I'm still gonna make sure this thing looks cute but simple as possible, okay? After all, this is going to be a plushie, so design-wise, gotta keep it simple. Gotta keep it simple. Plus, try to put yourselves in the shoes of a seamstress or plushie maker, if you will. You want to give those guys a little bit of slack. Because as much of this as cool as it can be to design them with all these details, but no, I don't want to give those poor people a hard time. Sometimes less is more. And I'm trying my best to actually learn that as I'm currently in this as I've actually gotten better with my art. Because when I look at my art, I just realize I really made this look good in detail, but boy howdy, I kind of realized I kind of went a little bit overboard on some of these details, huh?
That's the catch-22 with doing something in a more simplistic style, isn't it?
Yeah, you're not wrong on that front. I think it's a matter of trying to find the right balance for the job, if you will. Like, if you want to be a comic designer or art or an animator, sometimes working on the smaller details make things a lot easier for redrawing that character time and time again. And God, especially when they're in motion. And I'm slowly trying to relearn that and try to make it less is more. But man, my overly detailed brain says, are you sure this is enough? It could use a little bit more pizzazz and flair. That's something I'm trying my best to curb a little bit. It's a Sisyphean battle, if you will.
Yeah, I get you.
Let's see. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Thank you. Welcome back, KJ. It's good to see you again. I'm very sorry that you went through for your home life. I wish you give you many hugs. Aw, thank you. Thank you. It did contribute some level of scars here and there, but I'm doing the best to, make the best with what happened to me. Try to live life one day at a time, especially since I'm now in my 30s. But I'm also doing the best I can to be grateful with what I have. I could easily ask for more, and yeah, it's tempting too. But sometimes, I like how things are simple. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, that helped out a lot. Okay. Okay, goodness gravity. Why? Reminds me how Kishimoto was originally going to draw Sasuke with so many more accessories and thought, do I really want to draw this every time this character appears? Yep. That's the catch-22 when it comes to character designs, eh? Okay, so we're gonna clean this up, goodness gravity. I almost sound like an old lady. Oh goodness, can you imagine if you actually made an NPC with this kind of voice? Is it appealing or is it actually scary? Hilariously, a thought process came up when I first designed Echo. Oh? Do share. I like to actually hear your food for thought. Yeah, well, really, this is why I think a teacher of mine's words were good ones. Like, Photoshop layers can be your greatest ally. Exactly. And this also goes to extent too when it comes to layers in Photoshop, in not only Photoshop but also Clip Studio too. Although I couldn't say the same thing for the latter when it comes to Procreate. Something that I've learned when I was using that program is that depending on how big that canvas you're working on in Procreate, the program is going to calculate how many layers it has to spare until you have very little left. It's kind of like a catch-22 when it comes to Procreate. Okay, I think that looks pretty okay. Now let's actually work on how am I gonna make the her design. Okay. Now I know Echo has a heart here and the beat here. Now for the heart, I have a way to cheese this. This is okay. This is yep. Okay. I'm going to basically cheese this. Okay. 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 No. Okay. Okay. Okay, I will admit this. I will admit this, but to be fair, this makes things a little bit easier for me to work with the design. And I will disclose that. This actually I will disclose that I had to use some level of shortcuts when it comes to this. Okay. And we're going to clean up a little bit here. Oh, you're fine. Thank you. I'm actually grateful that I have people who cut me some level of slack. I really am. Now convert this to image layer. And now we're going to make this smaller. Make this fit right where her chest should be. And see how well it could actually go. There. Boom. Boom. Bam. Bop. There. There. Okay. Good. Gumdrops. Okay. Good. Gumdrops. There, chest. Okay, my mistake. Okay. There we go. Right where it belongs. Okay. Now, let's go start working on the colors. My food, I would always start with a layer of doing the skin tones. And, but not before I actually set that line art layer to reference. And, hold on. Dog pause. Okay, hold on. We're gonna make a quick tweak real fast. Houston, we detected a slight problem before it began. Okay. Okay, so we're going to clean this. There we go. Okay. Oh. Nope. Okay, then we're going to get rid of this because that's not needed. There we go. Okay, I have one less thing to worry about now. Alright, now let's actually get back to work on this one. Then I'll start working on the hair. Because that's the next thing it goes. And we're going to use the Erase Along Edge eraser from Clip Studio Paint at the Clip Studio Asset Library. But I'm actually grateful that we are currently living in a time period where using assets, using references is very much helpful for artists, for the digital media, for designing characters to environment. Because back then, oh boy, I remember that time period back then. Jesus, took me forever to make my keyboard light work. Are you okay? Is everything okay there? Okay. Ah! Honey! Hi!
Hello.
I thought you're currently busy fighting the squids.
I was. All the people I was playing with just had a they had to go to bed. So
Oh, okay.
taking a break and possibly might join Sherman Space Marine.
You know what? Absolutely fair. Oh, what would you like for dinner tonight? Do you want me to make you some more of the what's left of the burgers?
Yeah, sure.
Good. Because yesterday, for those who are actually curious, chat, I actually went as far to make hamburgers, if you will, yesterday. And I liked how I made with a recipe by using ground beef, a 2-to-1 ratio of ground beef and ground pork. Then I also make sure I grounded up a good set of mushrooms, and then I also grounded up, and then I added in some other ingredients such as breadcrumbs, egg, Worcestershire sauce, spices that I managed to make use of the mortar and pestle to make. And when I get every one of those done, I started actually getting to work on mixing it up and making the patties. It ain't easy, but it gets the job done. And let me tell you, they are absolutely divine. And it also made me kind of think, how would you all actually feel if one day, I actually do a cooking stream, if you will?
I'd be down for that. You just have to consider getting that all set up.
Yeah, this is true. I mean, some people have ways to actually making it work. But don't get me wrong, I actually do want to give it a try, you know? Although Cedric actually did say if when that day finally comes, I should definitely do the cooking stream on the Nui cosplay, if you will. Why is the lens under the hair like that? You raise a good point. Do you want me to clean that? Don't worry. This is going to be an easy fix. Like, boom. There we go. We are actually currently fixing and tweaking mistakes here and there. It's not the end of the world. It's just making sure everything is just right. Okay. Oops, I almost forgot that little spot under the neck. Boom. Actually, maybe I should make that chest a little bit smaller. Just a smidge. Because with the way how I've been given instructions, just enough. Just enough for the job. Just enough for the job. By the way, am I doing it just right for I just tweaked the chest, so is this just right for you, or should I actually make it a little bit smaller, or whatever suits your preferences? I'm doing the best that I could to actually follow to the letter. Let's see. The chest is fine if you mean my boobs. Fair enough. Fair enough. Hi, Jay.
Hi, Jay.
Happy St. Patty's Day.
Happy St. Patty's Day. I am getting away with this day with using an old asset.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it?
Yep. It's called.
That is a stretch, and you know it.
I feel like making a joke by calling it Happy Krabby Patty Day.
But hey, it's green, it's teal, it's myself with something else, but House Gremlin stole that before I actually get to work with it.
They do. It looked nice.
I know. So, yeah.
I could take even more bites out of you than I did earlier.
Honey!
What? Am I lying?
No! No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
What can I say? You sold me on dark meat.
Oh, and let's see. Oh boy.
Sorry, I just got back from playing Helldivers with some of the squad. So I'm a little bit on the I guess on the how do I put this?
Sorry there, fellas, but I'm going into a tunnel.
Oh boy. Yes, a bit of a thing. I'm in a mood, that's it.
That is certainly a word for what you're doing right now.
It's...
Hello, Gremlin.
Hello.
Hi, Gremlin.
Has Gremlin has been getting away with St. Patty's Day?
Are you just a Paradox?
Yes.
Oh!
Yes. Has Gremlin decided to make more use of this custom meal? Yes.
All right then.
It's
You have to
cute.
forgive me. I am resisting the urge to make a joke.
Fair enough, I suppose. If... Also, how's everyone doing today?
Very well, thank you, Gremlin.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me, but I haven't watched Steven University. Looks like there's an outbreak now. Also, apparently a shamrock shape from top base. A stupid aesthetic treat! Hold on. There it is. Happy Saint Patrick's Day.
What? I don't think that's correct.
What did they give the gremlin?
I don't know.
Nor do I. I don't recall what it is she's eating.
As Gremlin actually feels significantly pretty good.
That's what it was. Whiskey bonbons.
Oh my goodness, she is inebriated.
She's having a time.
Indeed she is.
Are you okay, Gremlin?
Hey,
Gremlin. I know it says guaranteed to cure what ails you, but I don't think this is what they meant.
Ask Gremlin's gotta cast raining ducks.
Raining ducks.
Hey, Gremlin, why don't we get you back to the portable hole?
No. Wah. Wah.
Yeah. Gremlin, how many fingers am I holding up?
I think about 20.
Oh, come on.
I did nothing. Ah, my head.
Gremlin. Oh. You need a hug, Gremlin.
I think this is a glass of water. That's what she needs.
Hang on.
No. I have headache.
Gremlin.
No.
No, you're okay.
No.
You're okay. You're okay. You're okay, Gremlin.
So you're not mad at House Gremlin?
Not at the moment. Let's get you back in the hole, okay?
Are you sure, sir?
Sure.
Ma. Okay, the House Gremlin is in the clear then.
For what?
For the time.
What did you do?
Showcase pictures of the innkeeper to some of the archdevils in hell.
What?
Why?
It does have Gremlin last poker game.
I'm taking these.
My treats! No!
Gremlin, you have a problem.
But it's not really a problem, no? House Gremlin wants to play poker night with them every now and then, and I kind of lost a little chip, so I used pictures of the innkeeper to actually use it for tip. And yeah, I actually want back.
Yeah. Also, I apologize for coming in with subpar stuff. Sherm, I would not realize you were going into one of the harder missions.
Mm-hmm.
So House Gremlin's gotta go back to the portable hall, and I am not here. I am going back to Australia.
That's probably for the best, all things considered.
Oh no.
Yep.
All right. Since we're going in one of the harder missions, then I'm bringing heavy firepower.
Hey guys, I'm back.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Well, it looks like we're going to be, oh. Sorry, Jay, but it looks like you're going into the jar.
Okay, but not before I say one thing.
What's that?
The Gremlin bartered salacious pictures of you in a poker deal.
What? Wait, to who?
We don't know. That's the issue.
Oh.
Also, better question. How the hell does Gremlin know how to play poker?
Have you seen her face?
Yes, I have seen her face.
Oh, boy. So, okay. We have gotten 2 people done for, we have done Runia and we have done Echo Spike. These are, these are only 2 that we can actually do so far, and oh my goodness, gracious. Afton! Hi! Raiders! Welcome to the Paper Plane Inn! Thank you so very much for the raid!
Howdy!
But how was your stream? Did you actually have a good time, or did it go blew up the devil, failed trying? Oof.
Oof.
I'm gonna assume that yeah, it did not turn out very well. And hi, Afton. You good, bro?
I tried to blow up the devil, and it failed.
I think that's the same devil that House Gremlin barded my pictures to.
No, it was Raphael.
Slightly worse. Okay, but yeah, so House Gremlin just returned from, just
Apparently
revealed,
a poker night.
She came back from a poker night, and we've learned that she actually barded pictures of me, to the table that she's at when she's playing poker night with archdevils, according to her.
What kind of pictures are they? Is the question.
I don't know. That's a better question.
Yeah, they were described as salacious, apparently.
Oh. Well, Steve, I recommend you check the drawer.
I mean, all I'm saying is, I know Mickey's got great art, but I know,
Oh, and that's my timer, so I'll see you guys later.
Take care.
He is. Though. Oh, I see that you updated Jay as well too. I just realized, like, you're updating everyone's, aren't you?
Slowly.
for
but
those
yes.
who have had model updates, let's call it. I, for example, have not, therefore I won't be updated.
Although, that's actually kind of a good question. Given the fact that I have a tamer model now, like my monster tamer one, would that be considered an update? Or would that also kind of apply to how my current model looks? Because compared to the plush, it's kind of old compared to how it looks like now.
Well, if you want to, you could actually drop the references to the art room of the inn, so that way I can actually put a pin on it.
Yep, I can do so. What's funny, I was talking to someone earlier about, well, doing some kind of animation with them.
Nice. Hold on. Let me actually look at this from Boy Splatty. Probably a picture of Mikoto screaming at the fur bulge like you are. You're not wrong. Which is why I actually had this throne goal up here in the first place. If you look up above, that that said throne goal is that if that is met, not only are we gonna have ourselves a new art stream, we're also gonna, an art raffle, if you will, but we're also gonna be adding the Furbulge 2.0 in the throne. And I'll take the proper measures to make sure I got one the right size this time.
I mean, yeah, the last one is basically the size of your forearm.
I know, and I'm kind of regretting, and I regretted it. I regretted it. Okay.
Is it because
How many times do I have to reiterate that I warned you?
I know.
listen,
But
you went to the monster site and you requested it to be like that, and well, welcome to the consequences of your actions.
I know. I am a goober again.
You are a goober.
But yes,
You are a big goober.
this is where we're gonna call things here, chat. But so far in these 2 hours, yes, we've only did 2 hours worth. We've actually did Runias and we actually did Echo Spikes, which as much as we want to get things done, I am chipping off my list slowly, if you will. And hey, it's coming together bit by little bit. And I think of the two, I know Runias is still my favorite to design, but Echoes is actually pretty good too. So they're both my favorites on designing for Pals of Plushies today. Yes?
Oh, I just want to let you also know, Mythozoology came out.
Who?
And they got a new adventure that I think you guys would have an interest in.
Oh? Oh.
You ever wanted to fight a monster in the Coral Highlands?
Namiel?
Kind of.
Well, that's something to actually look forward to, but till then, I'm gonna see who we can go and raid. So,
Would you like some recommendations?
let's see. Banks is currently on right now, so is Grunkle Dan. And Lemmy Celestine is currently on, and they're currently doing a donathon as we speak.
Always support the Donathons.
Uh-huh. So we're gonna be actually doing that. Seeing this person going live is like seeing a unicorn out in the wild, so we're gonna go ahead and raid her. give her as much support and love as you can because, again, she's currently doing a donathon. So yes. And let me go ahead and make the raid message. I truly do appreciate that you guys came by here today and watched me draw out House of Plushies again. Even though we only got 2 done, hey, it's better than none. But I truly am happy that you guys came by here again. Join me by tomorrow as we're gonna be doing the headshots for like my Patreon for this month. But until then, and may y'all have a good night. May y'all eat well and rest well. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'll see you guys next time in the paper plane.
I forgot about that.
Take care.
You take care, y'all.
Good night, everybody.
Night.